2025 is upon us and looks to be a challenging year for food shortages. From climate change to supply chain disruptions, shortages are becoming a harsh reality. In this video, we'll cover 12 essential prepping items expected to face critical shortages and why you need to stock up now before it's too late. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss vital prepping updates to keep your family safe. Why shortages are increasing. Global events, labor disputes, and environmental factors are creating the perfect storm for supply disruptions. Knowing what's likely to disappear from shelves can make all the difference in your preparedness strategy. Here are the 12 items to prep for in 2025. 1. Cereals and grains. Cereals and grains are the backbone of diets worldwide, providing essential carbohydrates for energy. However, climate change is wreaking havoc on agriculture, with droughts, floods, and extreme weather events significantly reducing crop yields. Key staples like rice, wheat, and oats are already facing supply chain challenges, and experts predict shortages will worsen in 2025. To prepare, consider stocking up on these staples in bulk. Store them in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers to keep them fresh for years. Another great option is to invest in a home grain mill so you can process whole grains yourself. If you're able to grow your own grains, even on a small scale, it's worth experimenting now. Remember, grains aren't just for food. They can also be used for bartering during a crisis. Don't wait until the shelves are bare to act. Secure your supply while it's still available. 2. Seafood. Seafood is an important source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, but the global seafood supply is under immense strain. Overfishing has pushed many fish species to the brink of extinction, while rising ocean temperatures and pollution are further reducing marine life populations. These factors are leading to higher prices and reduced availability of seafood products. For preppers, this means canned fish like tuna, salmon, and sardines are becoming even more valuable. Freeze-dried seafood is another excellent option with a long shelf life. If you live near a coastline, learning how to fish and preserve your catch could be a critical skill. Additionally, consider alternative protein sources such as plant-based substitutes to diversify your diet. The key is to ensure you have a reliable protein source in your food storage, as seafood shortages could impact both availability and affordability for years to come. 3. Fresh produce. Fresh fruits and vegetables are essential for vitamins and nutrients, but they're also highly vulnerable to climate change and supply chain disruptions. In 2025, experts predict reduced availability of fresh produce due to droughts, heat waves, and extreme weather damaging crops worldwide. For preppers, relying solely on store-bought produce may no longer be sustainable. Now is the time to start learning how to grow your own food, even in urban environments. Indoor hydroponic or aeroponic systems can help you grow leafy greens, herbs, and even small fruits year-round. Another option is freeze-dried produce, which retains its nutrients and flavor for decades. Foraging for wild edibles like berries and greens is also a skill worth developing. Remember, having access to fresh produce is not only about sustenance, but also about maintaining a balanced diet to stay healthy in the long term. 4. Meat products. Meat has always been a staple in many diets, but it's becoming increasingly scarce due to rising feed costs, disease outbreaks in livestock, and supply chain breakdowns. Experts predict that shortages of beef, chicken, and pork will worsen in 2025, driving prices through the roof. For preppers, securing a protein-rich diet means looking beyond fresh meat. Canned meats like chicken, turkey, or beef stew are excellent options for long-term storage. Jerky and freeze-dried meat are also lightweight, shelf-stable choices. If you have the space, raising your own livestock like chickens or rabbits can provide a sustainable meat source. Hunting and learning how to process and preserve wild game are other valuable skills. To round out your protein intake, stock up on plant-based proteins like lentils and beans. The key is to diversify your options so you're not reliant on any single source of meat. 5. Coffee. Coffee isn't just a luxury, it's a morale booster and energy source, making it a valuable item for preppers. Unfortunately, coffee-growing regions are facing serious challenges due to climate change, pests, and diseases affecting crops. As a result, coffee supplies are expected to dwindle in 2025, with prices increasing sharply. If you're a coffee drinker, now is the time to stock up. Buy vacuum-sealed bags or freeze-dried coffee to extend its shelf life. For a more sustainable approach, consider purchasing green coffee beans, which last longer than roasted beans and can be roasted at home when needed. If coffee is part of your barter strategy, having extra on hand could be a valuable trade item in a crisis. Don't underestimate the importance of small comforts, like coffee, during tough times. It can make a big difference in morale and productivity. 6. Packaging supplies. Packaging supplies may not be the first thing that comes to mind when prepping, but they're essential for storing food, water, and other supplies. In 2025, shortages of glass, aluminum, and plastic are expected due to labor disputes and rising costs of raw materials. This will impact everything from canned foods to bottled water, making it harder to find items packaged for long-term storage. Preppers should plan ahead by reusing and stockpiling durable containers like mason jars, mylar bags, and food-grade plastic buckets. Consider investing in a vacuum sealer to extend the shelf life of dried goods, or learn how to can your own foods at home. If you rely on single-use packaging, now is the time to find sustainable alternatives. By preparing for packaging shortages, you'll ensure your supplies are well protected and ready to use when you need them most. 7. Water. Water is the foundation of life, and its scarcity is a growing concern worldwide. In 2025, more regions are expected to face severe droughts and water restrictions, making clean water a critical resource to stockpile. As a prepper, your water plan should include multiple layers of protection. Start with a reliable water filtration system to purify any source, from rainwater to streams. Invest in water purification tablets and ensure you have a portable solution for emergencies. Rainwater collection systems are an excellent way to maintain a steady supply, but check local regulations to ensure compliance. Storing large amounts of bottled water is helpful, but it can take up a lot of space. Instead, consider water storage tanks or collapsible containers for long-term storage. Remember, having a consistent water source is vital, not just for drinking, but also for cooking, cleaning, and maintaining hygiene during a crisis. 8. Pet food. For those with furry companions, pet food shortages could be a heartbreaking challenge in 2025. Rising costs of raw ingredients, labor shortages, and supply chain issues have already impacted pet food availability, and this trend is expected to worsen. Stocking up on long-lasting pet food should be a priority for any pet owner. Look for vacuum-sealed or freeze-dried pet food options, which can last for years if stored properly. You can also learn to make homemade pet food using fresh ingredients to supplement your supply. Don't forget about essential pet medications and supplies like flea treatments, leashes, and collars. If you rely on canned wet food, ensure you rotate your stockpile regularly to maintain freshness. Preparing for your pets ensures they remain healthy and well-fed during tough times, and keeps their morale high when they need it most. 9. Chocolate may seem like a luxury, but it's also a valuable morale booster in tough times. In 2025, cocoa production is expected to decline further due to disease outbreaks, poor weather conditions, and labor shortages in key growing regions. For preppers, this means chocolate could become a rare treat or a valuable barter item. Stock up on dark chocolate bars, which have a longer shelf life than milk chocolate. Freeze-dried chocolate or cocoa powder are also excellent options for long-term storage. If you're looking for a more sustainable solution, consider learning how to make simple homemade treats with stored ingredients. While chocolate isn't a necessity, it can provide a much-needed sense of normalcy during a crisis, making it an underrated but worthwhile item to include in your prepper pantry. 10. Orange juice. Orange juice shortages are a looming issue as citrus crops struggle against hurricanes, diseases like citrus greening, and fluctuating temperatures. This beloved breakfast staple is likely to become less available and more expensive in 2025. To prepare, consider stocking up on frozen orange juice concentrate, which lasts much longer than fresh juice. Powdered orange drink mixes are another great option for preppers, providing a source of vitamin C and a refreshing beverage during tough times. For those with the ability to grow citrus trees, even indoors, this can be a sustainable long-term solution. Preserving fresh oranges by canning or dehydrating them is another useful strategy. While orange juice may not seem critical, its nutritional benefits and comforting familiarity make it a great addition to any prepper's stockpile, especially in situations where fresh produce is scarce. 11. Pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceutical shortages are a growing concern in the U.S., with essential medications becoming harder to find due to supply chain disruptions and manufacturing delays. In 2025, this issue is expected to worsen, making it critical for preppers to secure a medical stockpile. Start by talking to your doctor about getting extended prescriptions for vital medications and safely storing them. Over-the-counter drugs like pain relievers, antihistamines, and cold medicine should also be stocked in bulk. Learn about natural remedies and herbal alternatives for common ailments as a backup plan. Additionally, first aid supplies like bandages, antiseptics, and wound care kits are non-negotiable items for any prepper's inventory. A well-stocked medical kit isn't just for treating minor injuries. It could save lives in an emergency when professional medical help is unavailable. 12. Consumer electronics. Consumer electronics, from rechargeable batteries to solar panels, are crucial tools for preppers, especially during long-term emergencies. However, labor strikes and supply chain delays are predicted to make these items harder to find in 2025. Essential devices like power banks, solar chargers, and radios should be secured now while they're still available. Focus on acquiring multi-use gadgets, such as solar-powered flashlights with built-in radios. Stock up on rechargeable batteries and consider investing in a portable solar generator to keep your critical devices running. If you rely on electronics for communication or security, ensure you have backups and know how to maintain them. Learning to operate without electronics is also a wise skill, as it reduces dependency on fragile systems. By planning ahead, you'll stay connected and powered even when the grid fails. Are you ready for 2025? Let us know in the comments what you're stocking up on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss critical updates from Doomsday Prepper. Stay safe and stay prepared.